I will be hosting 5 Welkins giveaway in this video. All you have to do is comment and like this video. The winners will be announced in a week. So, we just got the first Genshin Impact version 6.1 banner leaks, and boy, this looks like one of the most stacked lineups we've ever seen in the game's history. In this video, I'll break down the character banners, go over some newer details, and also talk about the potential Chronicled banner that you definitely want to keep an eye on if you want to save up to 35% on your next purchase. Check out ldshop.gg. LD Shop is now celebrating the Genshin anniversary with a massive limited offer. For a short time, every Genesis Crystal Pack is included together in one bundle with 35% off. And since MiHoYo has reset the top-up bonuses, you'll also get double the amount. Not only can you top up Genshin Impact, but LD Shop also offers Honkai Star Rail and many other popular games. With over 150,000 5-star reviews, LD Shop is a trusted choice, and I personally recommend it since I've used it multiple times myself. I'll purchase the 3,280 Genesis Crystal Pack, which costs $50 in-game, but on LD Shop I'm getting it for just $37. All I have to do is choose my server, enter my UID, and in less than a minute, the crystals show up in my account. When you're a new user, LD Shop gives you a 15% off coupon right away. Every pack already comes with around 20% off, so your first purchase can save you up to 35%. If you sign up using my link below, you'll also get an extra 5% off on top. And once you've spent $80 in a month, you'll automatically unlock VIP status, which gives you a free Welkin Moon, access to exclusive coupons, and weekly coupons. So, we just received the first reliable banner leaks for Genshin Impact version 6.1, and it already looks like one of the most packed patches in the game's history. This information comes from HomDG-Cat, one of the most consistent and trusted sources in the Genshin Leak community, especially when it comes to banner predictions. Shout out to them for making this information available. While leaks are always subject to change, HomDG-Cat's accuracy rate has been very high in the past, so you can usually start planning your Primogem savings with some confidence without worrying too much about disappointment later. According to the latest banner information, version 6.1 will feature the debut of Nefer, a brand new 5-star character from Nod Cry, alongside rerun banners for Zhongli, Furina, and Arlecchino. Just looking at that lineup already makes 6.1 one of the most competitive versions ever for players deciding where to spend their pulls. What makes this patch especially historic is the fact that for the very first time, Genshin will have 2 Archon banners in the same patch. Until now, MiHoYo has carefully spaced out Archon reruns, typically giving players months in between opportunities to pull for them. Having both Zhongli and Furina in the same version completely changes that pattern. This situation brings both excitement and frustration for players. On one hand, having 2 Archons in the same version is an opportunity to grab 2 of the most powerful and useful characters in the game. On the other hand, for F2P players and even light spenders, this presents a very difficult decision, since saving Primogems for both in a single patch is almost impossible without significant sacrifices. To put it simply, you will likely have to pick one and skip the other unless you've been saving for months or are willing to spend money. So which Archon should you prioritize? It really depends on your current roster and your playstyle. Furina is widely considered one of the strongest off-field supports and also doubles as a sub-DPS. She provides both team buffs and solid damage output, making her extremely versatile in a wide variety of team compositions. On the other hand, Zhongli remains the undisputed king of shielding. His shield is so durable that it makes almost any team significantly more comfortable to play, especially in high-level content. If you're the kind of player who values survivability and wants a near-unbreakable shield, Zhongli is still unmatched. For F2P players, the safest advice is to think carefully about your existing account. Both characters are useful, but the best choice will always be the one that complements your team the most. Then we also have Arlecchino, who complicates this decision even further. As of now, Arlecchino is regarded as one of the strongest main DPS units in the entire game. Her raw damage output, especially when properly built, makes her a top-tier option. If you don't already have her, 6.1 will be another chance to secure one of the game's most powerful pyro characters. So overall, 6.1 is shaping up to be a version where practically every banner has a must-pull character, which is something miHoYo doesn't usually do. It's also important to notice that version 6.0 has been very generous with Primo Gems, giving players a big supply through events, exploration, and rewards. I believe that this is deliberate, and 6.1 is clearly designed to drain those savings by putting multiple top-tier characters back to back. Now, one big uncertainty is whether Jahoda will make her banner debut in this patch. HomDG Cat hasn't confirmed her appearance in the 4-star lineup, and there's no direct mention of her banner role. However, earlier leaks from other reliable sources suggested that Jahoda would be the new 4-star released in version 6.1. If that's still the case, then we may see her added to one of these banners. But at the moment, we have to wait for more confirmation. So, keep that in mind, and don't be surprised if miHoYo delays her release. Let's talk about Nefer, the new character debuting in version 6.1. Many of you have probably seen her leaked gameplay footage already, and it's easy to see why she's generating so much hype. Everything about her design, animations, and playstyle looks stunning, and she's expected to become a very desirable unit for both collectors and meta-focused players. Here's a quick overview and build guide. Nefer is a 5-star Dendro Catalyst character, which immediately makes her unique since there aren't many Dendro Catalyst users in the game. Her best-in-slot weapon is, of course, her signature 5-star Catalyst, Reliquary of Truth. On paper, this weapon is incredibly powerful, arguably one of the strongest catalysts ever released in Genshin. While its base attack stat isn't especially remarkable, the crit damage substat is massive, and that alone makes it appealing for any crit-based catalyst DPS. What makes Reliquary of Truth so special, however, is its passive ability. When the equipped character uses their elemental skill to trigger Lunar Bloom damage, the weapon boosts both elemental mastery and crit damage. Instead of the standard 80 EM bonus, it rises to 120, and the crit damage buff increases from 24% to 36%. When you add everything up, Reliquary of Truth provides an insane 124.2% crit damage combined with a total of 120 elemental mastery, making it one of the best damage-focused catalysts currently available. For F2P players, or those who don't want to invest in the signature weapon, the best alternative is the new 4-star catalyst Black Marrow Lantern. Despite being a craftable weapon, it synergizes perfectly with Nefer's kit. Black Marrow Lantern increases bloom damage by 48% and adds another 12% boost to Lunar Bloom damage. If you run a team with at least 2 Nodcry characters, that Lunar Bloom bonus is doubled, reaching a total of 24% extra damage. For a free option, this weapon is excellent and makes Nefer much more accessible to all players, not just those chasing 5-star weapons. In terms of artifacts, the best set for Nefer is Night of the Skies Unveiling, which maximizes her Dendro reactions and damage scaling. When it comes to team compositions, Nefer is very flexible and can be slotted into multiple strong lineups. The best teammates include characters like Aino, Xingqiu, Yellen, Lauma, Nahida, Kuki Shinobu, Zhongli, and even Barbara. These characters either boost her damage, provide survivability, or enable her bloom-based reactions. For maximum output, Lauma is considered a must-have, as the synergy between the two is extremely strong. Now, let's shift to another important topic that you should definitely keep in mind: the potential Chronicled banner in version 6.1. First of all, it's important to note that information about Chronicled banners is very different from normal event banners. When it comes to the event banners, reliable leakers like HomDG Cat can usually provide accurate details ahead of time, since these banners are included in the beta client and data mined fairly early. Chronicled banners, however, don't work the same way. They rarely appear in advance within the files, and in most cases, they are only revealed officially during the live stream. This means that leaks about chronicled banners are much more uncertain, and we often have to rely on patterns in MiHoYo's previous behavior rather than direct data-mined evidence. With that being said, looking at MiHoYo's track record, it is very likely that we will see a Liyue-themed chronicled banner in version 6.1. Over the past few versions, MiHoYo has shown a clear tendency. Whenever they rerun an Archon, they often tie that rerun to a chronicled banner that focuses on the Archon's home region. This creates a sort of thematic link and also gives players multiple incentives to spend their Primo Gems in the same patch. Since we already know that Zhongli is returning in version 6.1, it makes a lot of sense that a chronicled banner centered around Liyue characters could appear alongside him. Of course, this is just my own speculation, and it's what makes me very suspicious about the possibility of a Liyue chronicled banner in version 6.1. Keep in mind, this is only my take, and there's always a chance it doesn't actually make it into the game, but I'd love to hear what you think. Who are you planning to pull for in version 6.1? Let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the latest Genshin Impact news and updates. Thanks for watching, and until next time!